Hey y'all, welcome back. It's another beautiful Thursday in the kingdom of God, and I'm super excited to be with you as always. So, today I want to talk about selling because I know that selling is one of the biggest struggles that a lot of coaches and consultants have when they're building their online business, especially if you're just getting started. So, I want to talk about how to sell with ease and confidence. If you don't know me, my name is Shanta Prince. I work with women coaches. A lot of my clients actually the majority of my clients are women of faith, so we all have a background in ministry, and I want to, that's going to really help with what I'm going to talk about today because when I talk about the things that I teach when it comes to selling, because you have a background in ministry, you're really going to understand exactly what I mean. So I work with women who are all of my clients are high achieving women. They are very successful and they want to now build a successful brand in the business space. And so that comes with a lot of different things because first of all, when you are already great at what you do, then you have to learn some business skills because most of my clients, they're amazing at what they do already, and I say most because I do have clients who are already in the business space. They teach business. They just want to have a mentor helping them to get to the next level. But most of my clients, they're not in the entrepreneurial space. They're just really great at something that they do and they want to step into the entrepreneurial space and use their gifts and their expertise to build their dream lives. And so what I teach is how to take your gifts, how to take your expertise, how to take your past experiences and knowledge and turn that into a profitable online empire. So a lot of that means that you got to learn some new skills, and one of them being selling. You got to learn how to sell so that you can create your dream life. So like I said, my clients are high achieving women and they have success in other areas of their lives. And now they want to build a successful business. So when it comes to selling, I think about one of my clients who she's just amazing. And one of the things that she often talks about is how I always say when I'm teaching about selling, I'm always talking about how to sell by serving. Okay. That is how you sell with ease. You sell by serving. And I'm going to explain what that means. So the thing is, when it comes to my clients and all of you who show up every week, you watch the replays, you're on my email list, you're in my group. A lot of you guys have some type of background in ministry or you're active in ministry. And I will tell you that one thing that we know how to do and that we know how to do well is serve, right? Listen, nobody can outdo us when it comes to serving. We know how to serve and we know how to do it well. And so it works well when you understand the concept of selling by serving because you understand how to be a servant, right? And so, what I teach inside of my program, I teach my clients how to sell by serving. And it makes it so much easier because you're serving first. You know how to show up, you know how to serve people. And what happens when you show up on a regular basis, you're serving your audience, you're giving them valuable information, you're sharing amazing content, you're engaging with your audience, you're talking to them, they're talking to you. A lot of the sales that you're going to get are going to come naturally from those things. Now, I say that because I want to be careful with how I'm saying this because you still have to sell. You still have to make offers. But what I'm saying is with you showing up and serving on a regular basis, you're going to naturally find people who want to work with you just from seeing you showing up and serving using your gifts, those beautiful God-given gifts. They're going to naturally want to work with you. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that so that you can just show up every week and not make offers. You still got to make offers, but you're going to get people who are like, "Hey, what's the next step? How can I work with you?" One of my clients often gets people because she's showing up, because she's serving. She often gets DMs from people saying, "Hey, I saw your video that you did the other day. How can I work with you? What is the next step I need to take to be able to work with you?" And that's what I mean by you're going to get people who are naturally gravitating to you and wanting to work with you just from you showing up and serving. But that is not to replace you making offers because you still have to let people know what you do and what programs and offers you have available to serve them, right? Here's the thing I want you to understand. Walking away from today's session, I want you to understand that selling is serving. Selling is serving. Okay. So when you're showing up and you're giving this content, you're sharing value with your audience, making them an offer to get them to the next step is serving them. Because guess what? Some people are going to want to work with you on a deeper level. Some people some people are going to want more. When I show up at someone's launch or someone's event or masterclass, when I show up, I'm coming to buy something. Right? Yeah, I know you're going to teach. I know you're going to talk about a whole bunch of things, and I'm here for that too. But I'm really here because I want to buy something, right? I want to buy a solution. I have a problem and I need a solution. And so offering me your solution is serving me because I need help with certain things, right? There's certain things that I need to know. I have for some of you guys already know this, but I have multiple businesses and there's some things that I just need help with, right? When it comes to my coaching business, I've got that on lock. But I also have a business where I have an online business where I sell a product that it was a recipe that I turned into a retail product. Most of you already know that. I have another business, a real estate preservation business, and I'm also stepping into being a real estate investor. So because of that, sometimes I need someone to show me how to do this. Teach me the ropes, help me to avoid expensive mistakes. And so when someone is offering me a solution to a problem that I have, I'm all ears and it's serving me, right? So sometimes what I find is that most people, mostly women, are just uncomfortable when it comes to selling because we haven't really connected it in our minds that selling is serving. So when you make someone an offer, that is a part of serving people. So I'm not talking about just showing up and just giving content. Yes, that's serving too, but making offers is also serving because you're letting people know, hey, this is what I have available. This is how I can help you. This is how I can support you on your journey. So understand this, that selling is crucial to the life of your business. If you're not selling, you're not making any money. So you've got to focus on really learning how to sell. And when you sell by serving, it makes it so much easier. And let me tell you why. If you one of the things that I help my clients with is I help them with launching, whether they want to do a 5-day challenge, or if they want to do a webinar, or if they want to do any type of workshop. I help them to put the workshop together, and I help them to come up with what they're going to talk about first, second, third, how they're going to close it out, how they're going to make their offers, and all of those things. And so the thing is, when you are showing up and you're giving this amazing value, you are literally earning your right to sell, right? You're earning your right to sell because you're showing up, you're giving that value, you're serving them first, and then you're selling. Y'all, let me just tell you, one of my clients, she graduated out of my program, and she came back and she said, you know what? She said, the selling by serving thing really resonates with me. And it's caused my business to take off because now I really understand what it means to sell by serving. And so when you're giving value up front before you even ask for anything, right? That's what I mean by selling by serving. You're serving first before you ask for anything. Now all of us have gotten that message from somebody that we haven't talked to in a long time, or somebody who we don't know. Maybe we just accepted their friend request and they sent us a sales pitch. It happens all the time. It happens to me, and I know it happens to you. Well, that's really frustrating and it's annoying to me because I feel like if you couldn't even take a few minutes to get to know me enough to know that I don't even have the problem that you're trying to solve, or if you didn't take the time to actually say, hey, do you need help with this, or what kind of business do you have, or what are you working on, what are your goals? None of that, right? Just a sales pitch. That really bothers me when people do that. And I block them immediately because I'm like, if you don't have, I'm not giving you my money if you don't even have a few minutes to get to know me and see if I actually have the problem that you're trying to solve, right? So so the thing is, when you sell by serving, you're not creating that type of frustration with your potential clients. You're actually delighting them because you're helping them solve a problem before you even ask for anything. You're giving them great value, you're giving them great content before you even ask for anything, right? That's the exact opposite of somebody just sending you a friend request, and then as soon as you accept it, they send you a. As a matter of fact, the message that they send is oftentimes or all the time, it's a message that they've pasted. It's already, it's already together, and they just copy and paste to every person that they send it to. That's copy and paste. Well, that's not really serving, because you're not even trying to connect with me. You're not trying to get to know me. You just have this message that you're just, you've copied it and you're pasting it to every single person. So that lets me know that you don't see me, right? So when I take on new clients, when I work with people, I really want them to know that I see them, because I do. Okay, all of my clients, I take care of my clients. We'll put it that way. But before you even become a client, I want you to know that I see you, because I actually do. And some of you guys know you can send me DMs, you can email me, you can ask me questions. I'm not hard to reach. So if you have questions, you can ask, right? And so this is how a lot of people become clients, because they're like, well, I've been asking Shanta questions for the last 6 months. She's always answering my questions, and they see how I am before they even become a client. Right? That's another example of serving, selling by serving. Okay, so let's talk about some of the ways you can sell by serving. So we talked about launching. Launching is when you host some type of event and you get people together and you teach them some amazing information, and then you make them an offer. What a launch really is a marketing campaign. Okay, I know it can sound really intimidating, because you're like, a launch, that sounds like a lot. Sometimes it can be a lot, but a launch is really just a marketing campaign. It's just you showcasing your gifts and your talents, and letting people know that you're in business and that you can actually help them. Okay, so launching is a great way to sell by serving, because you're giving amazing content and amazing value before you ask for anything, before you make any offers. Another way to sell by serving is creating content on a regular basis. When you create content, you're serving your audience, you're giving them some value, you're nurturing them, you're showing them what you can do, you're demonstrating your gifts and your expertise. And so they know you're showing them that you can actually do what you say you can do. Another way to sell by serving is by engaging with your audience. And what I mean by engaging is answering their questions, talking to them in direct messages, responding when they make a post, or when they comment on your post. Little things like that go a long way, believe it or not. I had a client years ago, and I was teaching on like selling in the DMs. And so I think to her it kind of came off as I meant just jumping the DMs, like the person that we talked about who sends the pasted message. But when I teach on selling in the DMs, I'm not teaching you to just go and DM strangers with trying to sell them something like that. What I really teach is building relationships with people in the DMs, because that's what it's really all about. You're building relationships, but that is a form of serving. You're connecting with them, you're getting to know them, you're finding out if you can actually help them with the problem that they have. And I have people who they're probably are never going to become clients, but I still send them DMs, because I want to see how they're doing. I really want to know what's going on in their lives. I want to know what they're working on. I want to know what's the next big thing they've got coming up. So I really do have connections with people in my audience. And so what happens is, even if they're never going to become a client, guess what they do? They refer me to people. They send people my way. They tell people about me. They tag me on things when somebody's asking for help with a specific thing that I help with. And that right there is priceless. But it's because of the relationship. It's because of me serving, right? So I want you to think about the ways that you can serve your audience. Even between, I mean, it's Thursday, but by next Thursday, what kind of things can you do to serve your audience? Even if you're making a post and you're giving some value, right? You're creating content. All of those things are you serving. And when you start to see it like that, it makes you kind of show up differently, because you're like, listen, I need to show up and serve, right? Show up and serve my audience, so that I can in turn bring on some new clients, make the kind of money that I want to make, and then be able to change lives while doing it. I will tell you, one of the most beautiful things is and the main reason why I do what I do is because you really can make the kind of money that you want to make and do what you enjoy doing. The stuff that I do, I love this stuff. This is why most Thursdays I show up and I'm like, before I know it, you guys, an hour has gone by. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to cut it short, because I know people are working. Most of my clients have full-time jobs, and this is why we meet in the evenings. Most of my clients have full-time jobs. I try to keep it short because I know you're on the go. Some of you are on lunch, some of you are driving. And so, but before I know it, y'all, sometimes like an hour has gone by and I'm still teaching or I'm still talking about a certain things. Even sometimes when I say, okay, I'm just gonna be 20 minutes because I'm trying to, pack everything up into 20 minutes. I want it to be short and sweet. Sometimes I look up and I'm like, oh my gosh. And y'all, it's a timer. It's a timer on StreamYard. So I can see how long I've been live. And sometimes I don't even pay attention to it because I'm so passionate about the stuff that I talk about and the stuff that I teach. And so, so listen, can you imagine being able to create the life you're dreaming about while doing what you love to do? This is why I do what I do, because I want to help you create the life you dream about by just using the God-given gifts, using your God-given gifts, using what God has already put on the inside of you. You don't need to be anybody else. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need another certification to do this. You can dive in and get started, right? You can start serving people right away, right from where you are with what you already know and have, right? And I promise you, I'm not just saying this just to hype you up, but I really do mean it. And I teach people how to start from where they are. You don't need fancy equipment, you don't need a website, you don't need all the things that you probably think you need. All you need is to step out in faith and start serving people. Okay. All right, you guys. I did great today, so I'm wrapping it up in less than 20 minutes. So, so I feel so confident about that and super excited that I'm able to bring it in today instead of taking a whole hour of your time today. But anyway, you guys, so stay tuned. I told you last week about how I do have some specials coming up for the holidays, Black Friday, Christmas. This is my favorite time of the year, you guys. I'm one of those people. I like to get my tree out early. I like to start celebrating early. So this is my happy time of the year. So stay tuned for some special opportunities that I have coming up. And if you have been wanting to work with me or get in one of my programs or anything like that, this time is for you because I'll be offering some things that can help you take your business to the next level and some opportunities to work with me that may not have been offered before. And these opportunities are special. So specially priced, special offers. So keep your eyes open for that. If you're not inside of my Facebook group, come on over and join us inside of the Facebook group. Coaches and Consultants, Six-Figure Sales Strategy. So look me up on Facebook. My group is Coaches and Consultants, Six-Figure Sales Strategy. So come on over and join us. And that's for those of you who are not already in the group. So I know some of you are from LinkedIn, some people from YouTube, and some people from my Facebook page. So I want to invite you to come on over and join us inside of the group if you haven't already. And I will see you back here, y'all, next Thursday at the same time in the same place. Have a wonderful Thursday and a beautiful weekend, and I'll be seeing you again soon.